Hi guys, these days we have a huge variety of inflation or deflation tools. So it's sometimes hard to decide which one to buy. So if you can't decide what to buy, why not to buy a device which has everything and can do pretty much everything. By the way, this is not a sponsored review. I got this as a gift from a friend, but definitely not with the intention to make a review about that. But because I found it so interesting, I decided to immediately do a video and share this with you. So again, this inflator deflator tool has pretty much everything. I have just found two things which it doesn't have or can't do. Apart from that, it really has everything. Definitely the most versatile inflating deflating tool I have tested so far. So I'm going to show you everything what we can do, and also of course the two things which it doesn't have or we can't do with this device. So stay tuned till the very end of the video. Okay, and so here we have it a little bit closer. We see this really nice handle. It has a decent size, but I would say it's still transportable. So it would be also great for camping or out in the woods or whatever you do where you need some inflation or deflation. So let's first start with the power supply. We have two power supplies. We do not have three power supplies, and that's the first thing which it doesn't have. So the two things which we have are the 12 volt, and so we have even a long cable here included with a carport plug, so we can use it, for example, directly in the car, or of course you could also use it in a power station or a jump starter with such an adapter, but it has to be 12 volts of course. And the second option we have down here, and it includes also this cable already, or this plug. You can see it's not a very long cable, but it's definitely normal standard 2-prong 110 volts cable. So we can also power it directly from here. But what we do not have is a battery built in. So we cannot just charge it and then go out into the woods and expect this thing to work without attaching it to something. That's not going to work. So we cannot charge something also from this device. This doesn't work as a power bank or a power station, even though we have a standard USB-A outlet to charge, for example, a phone, tablet or whatsoever. But that only works after we connect it to either 12 volts or 110 volts. So that's a small disadvantage here, because a lot of inflator tools have their built-in power bank or battery built in. So that's something which you have to consider. So in this case here I connected to 110 volts. What's also good to know that we have 4 soft rubber feet. We have also this opening, so we can protect this cable here a little bit. It's not perfect, but we can definitely pull it to the side, so there's not too much pressure on the cable. And so we do not only have 2 power supplies, we have also 2 different inflator motors. We have one for high pressure and low air volume, and we have one for high air volume with low pressure. So we can choose that here. On the right side we have the tire symbol. Of course we need to switch it on here to the 110 volts plug. If we are using carport adapter, we have to push this thing to the right side. Now we are using the 110 volts. And so here on the left side we can activate the high air volume low pressure. That's the thing here on the right side. Here we have the intake, here we have the exhaust. So if you want to inflate an airbed or so, we just push this here, rotate it counterclockwise, then select the nozzle which we need. We have 2 different nozzle sizes, attach it to the device, and then we start it here. So stop it here again. That's the inflation process, but we have also deflation process. When we attach the hose here, just push it here inside, and then usually we are using this nozzle to deflate, and we also push the button here to the left side. And then we get some nice suction. But of course we also want to see the high pressure low volume, which is the thing on the right side. And for the high pressure we have additional functions. With the plus and the minus we can set the target pressure, which means it will stop then exactly at this pressure. So for example 35 psi, which is the target pressure of my car tires. You can choose between bar, kPa and psi. When we release the button, it goes automatically into 0, which is the current pressure. So that's a good thing. We just need one display. As soon as we start inflating, we see the current pressure here. And when it's coming to the target, then it will stop automatically. And so that's the hose for that. You can see it's pretty long hose. That's a huge advantage. So you can easily have this on the floor and even reach the valve when it's on the top, usually if you don't have too large wheels. And so after setting the target, we just start this here to push on the right side. Okay, and I've tested this already for my bike and also for my car, and it worked absolutely awesome. Nothing to complain. Good standard valve, I would say. Maybe not the most expensive one, but definitely works without losing too much pressure. That's very important. But of course here we don't have a deflation process. It's not needed. Great thing is also that we can store everything back here. So we don't need carry bag. We can just add everything here. By the way, we get even some additional nozzles for the high pressure. You can see, for example, this one here, this one which you are usually using for volleyballs, and then this one, I guess, shredder to press the adapter. So we can store everything here inside, close it properly again, and so we have everything available where we need it. So everything looking really good, but of course, if you remember the start of the video, I've been promising actually two things which are missing here, or two things which we cannot do. The first thing we already had, because it doesn't have a battery built in. And the second thing is that we do not have an option for high pressure, high air volume, something which we need for a stand-up pedal board. But other than that, again, I would say we have really everything, probably the device which has the most options, most features, most accessories. So again, if you can't decide what to buy, or you just want to have one device, if you go for camping, you want to be prepared for pretty much everything, then this could be an awesome option. By the way, we have even more apart from the inflating, deflating process. We have even a light here on this side if you need. The button for that is here on top, so you can also illuminate something. And the whole thing comes with a really nice solid build. I would say a really awesome handle here, very compact, powerful. I mean, of course, the inflating, deflating process is not top notch, I would say. There are probably faster devices on the market. But if it doesn't have to be super fast and just normal average speed is enough for you, and you just want to have the maximum of functions in a very small compact form, then that could be the thing for you. And so if you're interested, I'll put down the link to the Amazon listing down into the description, so you can check it out and order one for you if you like it. And I hope I've been able to help you a little bit with this video. If you have any questions or comments, just write to the comment section below. I'm always happy to talk about these things. And if you like the video, give me a thumbs up, subscribe my channel. Thanks for watching. See you next time.